Well, hello and welcome to another Faith, Philosophy and Life with me, Mr. Shelton. Do hope that you are doing well and you're hunky-dory, and everyone else that you're with as well. We're thinking about fairness in this unit, and today we're going to be thinking about this picture behind me. Lady somebody or other. Now, the question is, do you know what that somebody or other is? So it's Lady Blank, okay, rather than Lady somebody or other, which would be a rather bizarre name. Have a look at this picture. What do you notice about it? And have you got any questions about it? Just think about that for a moment. Okay, now it's fairly famous, this. You may have seen it because it is all around the UK and around the world. This is called Lady Justice. And you'll see here that it's something to obviously do with the court. So Lady Justice has a blindfold around her. And that's because she needs to be blind in order to make impartial and fair judgments, or else if she saw someone she might be prejudiced. You've got the sword of truth, and you've got scales that are balanced, this idea that it needs to be equality in making decisions when it comes to the law. Hold that thought for a moment. Have a look at this. Is it fair that you think that some people are mega rich and some people are mega poor? Is it fair that some people live in mansions and others live on the street? Is it fair that people are locked up for life because of their beliefs while killers can be set free after 13 years? Yep, we are thinking about injustice today, along with the title of What is Justice? So injustice and justice. You need to grab your pen and paper, because here's our cheesy intro sequence. So our title today is What is Justice? What is Justice? And you obviously need to put the date down as well, but I don't know what the date you're watching this on, so I'm not going to guess that. Our learning objective is to explore the differences between justice and injustice, and as always, you do need to pause me as we go. It's going to be a good outcome if you can retell the definitions of justice and injustice. Great if you can consider different case studies reflecting on if justice was served, and even better if you can explain how Christians seek to aid justice or stop injustice around the world. So our literacy skill today is interpretation of the text, and we're going to be reflective learners and think about what we think, what we do, and a bit of moral and social reflection as well. It's going to be we're going to look at cases, definitions, we're going to look at some more cases, and there's a worksheet as well. So to start off with, we need to understand what this term is. So I'd like you to write this out, and obviously the underlined words are not correct. So you need to re-scramble those. So can you get those definitions of injustice and justice written out using the words that are there on the screen to help you? So you will need to pause me. Okay, so we've got injustice in any form is any form of unfair treatment. It occurs when human rights are ignored and when some people do not receive equal treatment to others. Justice is treating people kindly and with respect, giving them good chances for fairness. Easy when you know it, isn't it? So, here's a situation for you. Peter was talking in class, but the teacher did not see who was talking and told him "Ma off." Is this justice? Why or why not? Maybe make a comment in your book. So you'll have to pause me. Okay, here's another one. Amy was planning her birthday party, but she decided to invite only the girls in her class. She was in a mixed school. Is that justice? Why or why not? So again, pause me. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just do a very quick examples or definitions that you can think of, maybe even Google. If you're at home, you'll be able to find these things. So I'd like you to write down what you understand by the term justice. Okay, and that should be fairly straightforward. Try and come up with an example of something that's justice as well. Okay, your next one then is injustice. I want an example of injustice that you can think of. Injustice in history. Okay, so this might link back to what you've just done, but an example of injustice in history. And lastly, an example of justice in history. So what we've done is we've said that it would be good if you retell the definitions of justice and injustice. Hopefully we've kind of got that knocked on the head. Great if you can consider different case studies reflecting on justice if justice was served. We've started to do that with those examples, but I want to look at some proper case studies. So what I'd like you to do is in the description below you will find a number of case studies. I want you to choose 2 of them, and I'd like you to decide if you think there was justice or not. So you're going to need to make a few notes about what happened and what your opinion is on this issue. Was justice served or was it not, in your opinion, obviously. So have a look at it and then get some comments written down. So pause me now and then come back to me. Okay, so what we've now done is we've now done our great outcome. So we're now going to start looking at our even better outcome with regards to Christians trying to help with injustice. So again, in that description below, you'll have seen a file very usefully called Worksheet. I'd like you to access that. There are 6 questions on that, 5 questions plus a little extension task. I'd like you to work through that and then come back to me when you're done. Just leave yourself maybe, I don't know, 3 minutes before the end of the lesson. So come back to me when you're done. Brilliant. So there you go. Today what we've done is we've explored the difference between justice and injustice. We've thought about it from a Christian perspective, having done this worksheet, and we've got case studies as well about that. So we're thinking about fairness. That's all we've got time for. Thanks for your time. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Wash your hands. God bless you. I'll be seeing you soon.